So we've wrapped up second place. There are 2 games left to play. This might be the last time we ever manage Slosh because we still haven't got a new contract. So we're going to have a look at the future, see what the future holds for the team, because it'd be nice if, if we're going to be here, we knew what we're dealing with. A, long term. B, transfer window coming up. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so here we are for the last 2 games of the season. Welcome back to the channel. My name is ChasingLamely, and don't forget to like and subscribe because I haven't reminded you to do that in a few episodes, so hopefully you'll have remembered by now. But even so, today we're playing Lech, but the big news of the day is that Matty Longstaff has signed his contract. He is going to be here next season, which means he's also probably going to become a Polish citizen, which gives him 2 possible chances of getting to the World Cup, because we know he's been watched by England, and he's probably going to start being watched by Poland as soon as he picks up a passport. Let's be honest, he was worth £14 million when we picked him up on loan, so that's going to be a big boost. However, he's also got a £4 million release clause, which is not going to help. Something I forgot to point out actually when it happened, because I just forget these things. Aaron Levy is now the manager of Lech, so this is a bit of a friendly rivalry. We do have apparently quite a close relationship. I don't know where you find it on this screen. Is it the information screen? Apparently we're really good mates. Favoured personnel, there you go, former manager. He, you might remember, he came to us in the first season. This is his first management job. He came to us in the first season, and yeah, he's played a few games, 14 games for us, only got 1 goal, was at the end of his career, became a coach with us, now managing Lech. This is his 3rd game in charge. So, he will be there next season. And because I said I was going to play a youthful side, it is in fact a youthful side full of players that belong to us. And in that respect, some players we have never met before. We've met Bradley Wilson, the backup goalkeeper, the American. We know he's good, probably should move him to a preferred role, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This guy I don't think we've come across before is Jacek Bajelski, one of our under-18s. He came through, I think, this year's intake or last year's intake. Last year's intake. Oh no, he was the guy we bought. He wasn't an intake guy, he was the guy I spent £110,000 on, I forgot about. Anyway, we brought him in. He's going to play right back today. Puerto will captain the side alongside Hipper, who has not played many games this season. I don't think he's played at all this season. He's played one appearance off the bench. He has played for us for a while. He's been with us for 3 seasons on loan. He's made 10 appearances for the first team, having signed from Borussia Dortmund. Piaszczek, of course, we know. We know Alex Rico, I believe. He was the guy we signed from Barcelona. I've pointed him out to you guys before, but he hasn't actually played. He's currently wanted by L-Shape for a transfer, but it's probably not going to happen. He's a big prospect. Ina Baccario, we know. Michel Borges is the Brazilian attacking midfielder that we brought in the January window. Hasn't played for us yet. This is his debut, because I brought in so many attacking midfielders at the same time, and of course he's playing as a Mazzala, because why wouldn't he? Valdemar Liss will start as the attacking midfielder today, because Valdemar Liss is our big prospect. We know he's a big prospect because look at the list of clubs who are after him. There's some big teams there, including Legia, who can definitely not have him. And then we'll start with Glowiankowski and Deszal up front, because they are our big potential strikers. On the bench, Rashisha we've seen, Makowiak we've seen, Szymanski I think we've seen briefly. I think last season we might have seen Szymanski maybe in a cup game or something. I'm sure I've pointed out before. He is the big prospect centre half in the youth system. So we'll see how he comes along. Szapowski, I don't know if we've seen him before, or Szapakowski, I guess. Had a season on loan at Karlsruhe from us last season after coming through our youth team. I don't think he made a cup appearance. He hasn't made any appearances for us so far, so this will be his debut should he come on. Another holding midfielder who we've got big hopes for. Juarez is one of the Americans we signed over the summer. Again, in line for his debut, his league debut. He played in the cup for us. In fact, did he play in the cup for us, or did he play in the cup for the seconds? He must have played in the cup for us. He's been in the squad. There we go. Shows how long it's been since that happened. Bargel, Izzy Brown, we know. Staviarts is a youngster we signed for the guy we signed for £1,000 that the guy was trying to get, the head of youth development was trying to spend 150k on. He's been in the seconds, so he might get a chance to make his debut today. We'll see how good he is. And Akira Wright is on the bench. as insurance in case things start looking quite awful. Yeah, so we're essentially playing 2 games in 3 days, so we will completely rotate the lineup for the next game. This just gives us a chance to see how good our future really looks if we get to stay with our contract extension. No one there that I feel like I recognise, bar Hackman. He's come up before as being quite good, I seem to remember, and maybe Tiba. And I'm pretty sure Yusuf's had a few goals against us. I think he's one of those guys who never scores unless he's playing against us, and then he scores goals. You'd think Aaron Levy could have just started himself, but there we go. That we're gonna let the assistant handle all that business, and hopefully we will get ourselves a win to boost the confidence of the youngsters as they start making their way towards the first team, as they start trying to earn their long-term future as someone I can trust to play for me. Contingent, of course, on me being here next season. Not a stellar start. Let's do a get creative. See if that helps. It's probably going to pressure a few people. It hasn't, which is surprising. And now Piaszek is taking a throw in. He's got himself booked already, which is just classic Piaszek. He's got to be suspended for the next game, you'd think, but I was going to play Makoviak anyway. Borges back to Rico, ahead to Piaszek. What can Piaszek find here? Is there an option for him? Gets across in Glowiankowski off the bar. I don't think Glowiankowski's played all season, now I think about it. I don't think I've used him at all. Or if I have, it was like once off a bench. Considering he saved us last season and played so many games, conceded a goal from Jorge Felix. Yeah, considering how many games he played for us last season, it seems somewhat anticlimactic that he's not played at all this year, because he could have been a big old prospect for us if I kept playing him. But of course we've got Fright, we've got Sterling, we've got Deschal, so many options up top that he hasn't needed to play. He hasn't been needed, and we've been on good form, so I've not had to rotate my strikers. In fact, I'm just curious, how much has Glowiankowski played this season? He's played 6 games this season. He has played more than I thought. They must all have been very early on in the season, though, because I don't remember him making appearances at all. But we know he can do a job. We know him and Deschal are actually quite a decent partnership. We're going to do show some passion. Yeah, we know he can do a job for us. We need Waldemar Lis to do more, because he is the best prospect in Polish football by distance, and we get to see a truly stellar performance. I know I've nicknamed him the Polish Messi, but you feel like Messi would have done more at 17 in this league than Waldemar Lis has done so far, as Yusuf picks up the ball and we're now under threat again from Muhar, who's going to put a big ball out wide to Jorge Felix, who's already scored against us, might be thinking about a second. Plays it into Yusuf, Piaszek gets it clear, and hopefully we'll turn this into something. Referee blows the half-time whistle, which turns it into nothing. We can afford to lose the last 2 games. It's not a big issue, hence why I've played the rotated side, because we do need to start having a look at these youngsters, because we need to know what we've got in the locker going forward. As Luis Felipe takes the goal kick out wide, Piaszek doesn't make the header. Jorge Felix manages to sort of knock it onto himself, but Piaszek has taken it off him, and now we can start building from the back with a big ball forward to Glowiankowski, who just gets tackled straight away because he has the breaking strain of a tic-tac or a Kit Kat, or you know what I mean. He's fragile. Fragile is what I'm going for. But Glowiankowski picks it up again. Some bad passing on both sides. Deschal to Inabakare, who's going to come through from deep. Waldemar Lis is making a sprint into the box too. Inabakare has a shot, selfishly you could argue, given the options available to him, and we need to show more passion. There is going to be a sub coming up, because Bujalski has not impressed me at all with his 6.3. And actually, to be fair, neither has Glowiankowski. Glowiankowski's going to get a little bit of a pass based on, he's been with us a while, we know what he can do. But also Piaszek and Hipper are on bookings, and I don't want any red cards today, please. It's going to happen now, you watch. Hipper to Borges, to Rico, back to Borges, and no one needs to do anything about this, apparently. Yusuf's just going to have a run at us. Why not? Lis has picked it up. Good work, Waldemar Lis, the Polish Messi. back heel to Rashisha because he's got nothing but flair. Puerto, ball forward. Deshelle cannot make it there, but he did make it there. In fact, Lis to Rushisha. Rushisha back to Lis. What are we going to build here, boys? Let's have a plan. Deshelle, Borges, Rico with the ball forward. Gloviankowski gets ahead to it. Oh, Rashisha has picked it up. Gets the cross in. Deshelle over the bar. Well, that's already a bigger contribution from Rushisha than we saw from Majelski, which is a good start. Let's take Piaszczek off because I'm just dubious as to whether he can stay on the field. A choice to be made between Hipper and Gloviankowski. I feel like I've got faith in Gloviankowski to get us a goal should I need him to, but I'm also very aware that I've got a Kjeri Wright sat on the bench, twiddling his thumbs, wondering when he's going to get a chance to come on. And if we concede from this, he will get a chance to come on. They've headed it in. There we go. Svigala has scored, and that is the cue I needed to bring on Kjeri Wright. It says to bring on Izzy, in spite of the fact that we've got the top scorer in the league sat on the bench. It says, hey, bring on Izzy Brown. No. Today's episode brought to you by Vive Cola from Aldi, by the way. That's the thing that's happening. Right, Wilson shouldn't have got beaten there. Frankly, the defenders on the line should have known something about that. But they'll live and they'll learn, and hopefully something good will come from this, because Kjeri Wright needs to get himself involved. Let's show more passion, please. 10 minutes to go. Vaclav Deshelle has picked up a pulled hamstring, but he's going to have to suck it up because there is nobody on the bench to replace him. So, I don't know what you want from me. Rashisha, let's see what we can do. Get a throw into Kjeri Wright. It's a good start. Back to Ina Bakare. Even better idea. To Alex Rico. Alright. I can get behind this as long as it starts going forward. Ina Bakare has options. He picks a little ping forward to Makoviak. Makoviak is going to get a cross in. Headed clear quite unnecessarily because the cross was going to no one. But Rashisha puts it back in. Oh, Kjeri Wright just over the bar. Well, if nothing else, we've helped Aaron Levy look really good in front of his new bosses, which is probably quite nice of us, because that, I think, moves them off the bottom of the group. It does move them off the bottom of the group, which is quite good for them. And Lecce, despite that, Lecce have also beaten Legia. So, you know, that looks okay to me for the time being. We're going to come back for the final game of the season against Górnik Zabrze. In the meantime, I'm going to try asking for another contract again because I'm starting to get a bit antsy about whether or not I'll actually see a contract. Back in a sec. And this is the last game of the season. We're playing Górnik Zabrze. There's nothing to play for us. I think they can still maybe take a spot in the European thing. I doubt it, no, because it would have said already. So both our seasons are over. It is a dead rubber match. So let's look at some of the young players we have on offer. For this game, Wilson keeps his place in goal. Rashisha is starting at right back rather than coming off the bench. Szymanski is starting. This guy, Jamoy Tope, who I don't know if I showed you when we signed him. He hasn't played since. He's the guy that came from Cavalier in Jamaica, having been a loan to the MLS and various places. We haven't used him yet, so we're going to have a look at him today. And then Makoviak starts at left back, who we've definitely seen play, I think, once or twice this season. He's had, 4 appearances in the first team. Definitely one of those we did as a live com. Szapowski is going to be the defensive midfielder, or Szapakowski. I'll get that right eventually. Looks like a good prospect for the future. Makes his debut today for us. Juarez is playing as the right Masala. As the left Masala, Joe Ledley is going to make, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail, because I probably put him on the thumbnail, his last appearance for the club. He has only played 1 game this season in the Cup. He has got a contract for another 3 years, but it's mostly to keep him as a coach. I cannot imagine he doesn't retire in the summer. He's not getting football. I can't see it not being his last game. Izzy Brown is going to be the guy that starts as the advanced playmaker, though. Behind Gloviankowski, who keeps his place because having been subbed, he was just about fit enough to play. And Staviat is going to be the other striker. I'm going to make a quick change on the bench in a second, but Didishko is on the bench, who is our young right back, comes from the youth team. He looks like he might develop into something we sell, if I'm very honest. This guy, Jedrzejczyk, who will also probably be someone I move on because he's got good potential, but also we've got a lot of good potential left backs in the squad. We've got like 4 good potential left backs. Paris Magoma, you know, because he played a lot last season. Sprissa, Giovanni Sprissa is a guy we brought in, I think at the start of the season from CHWEDL. Hasn't played yet, so we'll take a look at him, see what he looks like. Damien Gasca, we know a lot about, probably his last appearance for the club because I've got to move him on. He hasn't made an impression. Ghassan Hadme I brought last season. Yeah, last season I brought him in. And he went on loan to Sandecha, scored quite a few goals for them. Hasn't had a chance here yet, so now he's getting his chance. And then a Kiev right we know, and I just need to find a centre back to replace Lomas because Lomas is not fit. I guess we're going to go total luck of the draw. We'll go with this guy, Dabrowski. I don't know anything about him because I've not looked at him before, but he is on the best form, such as his ability is. Let's hope we don't have to use him. Alright, got to get 3 squad numbers out because we've got 3 players who've never featured before, but that's easily done. Boom, boom, and boom. Right. Last game of the season, boys, like I said, nothing to play for. We're just having a look at these youngsters, seeing if they look like they're going to be players we keep around through the window, which will be the episode that comes up on Monday. Took me a while to remember when that episode was coming up, but it will be Monday. I don't know if any of these players are from us. I mean, Marciniak looks like he's a youth team player they're giving a debut to, which is nice for him. Anyone they've brought in from us we should worry about. Parks and Marchetti they've had on loan from us. Anyone else they've signed from us? There isn't. Cool. Okay. So there's no one there we know. Just a youngster on their bench, about to make his debut for them. On the starting 11, about to make the debut for them, even if we English properly. But let's see what we can do here. We've got a lot of very good young players at the club, so you know we're not lacking for depth, is what I'm trying to say. Joe Ledley, by playing his last game, he has been an excellent servant to the club. I kind of hope we get a pen today because he will take it. Baidu is going to be the guy whipping in the corner though. And now Izzy Brown has picked up the ball. Is there anyone ahead of him? Probably not because he passed it back to Rashisha. Juarez has finally got himself up the field a little bit. And now Juarez has the option of Glovey and Kowski in front of him, who is going to make that run onto this ball. And hopefully can find his new strike partner. But Brown is there now, back in the attacking midfield role. Ball forward back to Glovey and Kowski because there's no right back there for some reason. Rashisha is there, that's why. And Staviarts heads it over the bar. His first opportunity on goal in the first team. And he couldn't quite make the most of it, but it's fine. We're going to tell them no pressure because there's genuinely no pressure. I'd like to win the game, I don't care that much. They're all uninterested, of course they are. Alright, excellent. That worked out really well. I'm not even trying to pronounce that because that's weird. Grishevitz, maybe? Head clear, please. Oh, it's over the bar. It's fine, but we should be defending better. I mean, if you're trying to earn your place into the first team, you'd think you'd try and be better. Let's try and get creative. That's inspired some people. And we'll see what happens. Szymanski has picked up a yellow card, which is a good way to introduce himself to the fans. Tope hasn't done anything too badly yet, which is good. Keeper was well out of position then. Wisniewski has got himself his second goal of the season. It's just we've got a lot of work to do, Wilson. I've just brought in a new goalkeeping coach who's really well rated. Like, he's 19s and everything. Hopefully he'll make the difference with Wilson between him becoming a decent keeper and a worldie. We also, of course, got Kel Sherpen again for next season. He could become a worldie because he's already a Dutch under-21 international. Now they've got to throw in somewhere in their own half. We need to maybe take the ball off of them as fast as we possibly can. Well, that's probably not going to happen because this doesn't look like one of those ones where we take the ball off them. Unless it is. Joe Ledley steps up. Ball through. Oh, Alexander Staviarts, the youngster. The man we spent £1,000 on. Goal on his debut for us. Goal on his debut for us. It's not bad. It's not bad. It says 4th goal of the season. He's not going to get credit for it actually being his debut because he's been playing for the seconds, which is a shame. But Joe Ledley gets an assist in potentially his last game, well, definitely his last game in a Slosh shirt, almost certainly the last game of his career. Not bad, not a bad way to say goodbye. A goal would be a better way to say goodbye, but you know, let's not hope for miracles. Ball out, and we've got no one there trying to defend, which is worrying. Juarez is going to go to it. Good work, but he's done nothing really. And that ball's gone over the top, and a defender needs to get rid of it as soon as possible. What was that? Okay. I know I said the match meant nothing, but let's play a game of explain this to me. So, ball comes in. Nobody here tries to get the ball. None of the three guys around Richikowski. This guy goes in for a tackle, Szymanski, for no reason, and the keeper dives before he even gets the ball. You don't want to say it was a comedy of errors, but there were mistakes made there, weren't there? There were a lot of mistakes. I mean, this guy playing on side, I'm guessing is Janoi. Yeah, Janoi Tope playing a guy on side. Rashisha has now got himself injured, so we're going to see Ladushko. It's all going on. Let's give a team talk. Let's just let him know there is no pressure on him, because there is no pressure on him. Hopefully he'll relax. He has confirmed the talk, and there we go. It has not been a good day. It has not been a good day so far, and I don't like it. Okay, let's hand over that to the assistant, because there's no point me yelling at them. It's a meaningless game. I'd just like to see more from them. We're going to show some passion. Why not? They've all responded, which is good. I've only got 2 subs left, which is annoying, because I'd like to think there's a way of getting back into this game. I'm not going to lie. Let's make one of the subs now, because Gloviankowski is tired. He's not going to get. We'll send on a Hadmay, because we know he can score at this level. We've actually seen evidence of him scoring at this level. He was among the top scorers last season. He just got unlucky that he couldn't find his team. We're going to take Szymanski off as well, because even though everyone else in that defence is playing worse than him, and Dabrowski is one of the worst players I've got in the squad, I don't want to take a red card as well as an early injury. That won't help at all. Let's show some more passion. See what we can get done here. We've got 3 first team adjacent players on the field in terms of Ledley, Brown, and Hadmay I'd describe as being first team adjacent. Maybe a Makoviak as well, actually. Magoma probably would have been good to have been able to send on, but it didn't happen for us because Rashisha got injured. He would have gone on for Joe Ledley probably, but it was not to be. That's whatever that was. What are we doing? That is people falling over twice whilst trying to get the ball. It's just why are you diving there? That didn't achieve anything, so let's show some more passion. Let's go attacking, see if we can get that equaliser, because it'd be nice to end the season with a draw at least. We've got a throw in, that's a good start. The Dushko is the one taking it. Hadmay is going to pick up the ball into the box for Brown. Izzy Brown gets a goal, 4th of the season for Izzy Brown. That'll do it. That'll do it for the equaliser. Late in the game, yes, but the important thing is that he got it in. Throw in from Dadushko. Hadmay turns, finds Brown pretty much immediately. Don't know why the highlights are still on half speed. Let's put it on real speed. And goal. Goal, 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 goal. And an encourage shout will do. Makoviak has now picked up an injury, because of course he has, which means that Joe Ledley is going to finish his career playing as a left back for us, because I don't see anyone else on that field who's left-footed and can defend. Disappointing all around. Let's do an encourage, because why not? Full time. Thank you very much, Joe Ledley. Your service has been incredible to us, but unless you magically become 25-year-old Joe Ledley again over the summer, I think we've seen the last of you. And yeah, there is confirmation that your relegation group isn't finished. I don't know what it's showing us. The relegation group, the championship group, we have finished second, 9 points adrift of Legia, which is disappointing, but also 9 points ahead. 9 points ahead. Yeah, maths. 9 points ahead of Rakov. So we're actually doing okay. And actually, one thing I did notice just before we wrap the episode up is that if I can find the right page, profile page is the one I'm looking for. Look for the stages. Right. Obviously, we have in the championship. I don't know. I won't just choose the championship. In the championship group, we scored 74 points this season, which would have been good enough solidly for second last season, much closer to a Legia finish. But the season we won the title first year, it's a better return. So I'm liking that. I don't think we're going to see anything about budgets for next season. It may not even matter. We're going to receive £1 million, which is good. Theodore Whitmore was there, which is good. Financially, just very quickly, we'll do the Vision 2 while we're here. Vision-wise, we should be doing okay. I've just gone straight to finances, okay. 2.1 million in the bank. That's important to know. In fact, before I forget, what is the projection on that? Projection is that we're going to finish at 2.1 and then we're going to be in trouble again next year unless I sell someone. We've got a B so far, which is okay. We've passed best of the rest already. That's okay. The board not letting me put in for a new contract, not quite so okay. Does cast things into doubt. And there was something else I was going to show you, but if I remember it before the next episode, we'll do it then. Right. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me just skip into that one. Yeah. Next episode, Monday's episode, will be the transfer special / us getting sacked. Could be either. We might get a new contract. We might get sacked. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to think about what my plans are. I think I want a centre half if we're going to be still here next season. If not, we need to work out what jobs are available and where we could end up, or if we just finish the series and move on to something else. But it seems a shame to waste the trophies we've won, doesn't it? So we'll see what happens with that. Until next time, guys, all of the socials are here. Like and subscribe, because you haven't liked and subscribed yet. I know you haven't. I can see it. I see you. I see you not watching this, not liking, subscribing. Yeah, I see you. Like and subscribe. Do it. Yeah, until next time, guys. I've been ChasingLamely. Have a good one.